Coming up on Tempo in Depth, meet the stars of the local stage as we explore some of our region's hidden and not so hidden treasures. First, we'll introduce you to James Supra, who reigns as the Lehigh Valley's best harmonica player. Then we'll treat you to a live performance from singer, songwriter, and guitarist Billy Bauer. Next, we head to a small Allentown theater for the adventures of Tom Sawyer. And finally, 30 years of Music Fest. We'll talk to the man behind one of the Lehigh Valley music scene's biggest stages. It all starts right now on Tempo in Depth.
The people of Air Products feel privileged to bring this programming to you. By supporting education and the arts, Air Products strives to improve the quality of life here in the Lehigh Valley, where we call home.
You're safe at home at Luther Crest, a Diacon senior living community in Allentown. Our mission is to offer premier accommodations and services so residents can cultivate a healthy and fulfilling retirement. At Luther Crest, we offer independent living apartments and cottages, personal care, skilled nursing, rehabilitative services, and more. Plus, the Luther Crest team strives to provide each person family-like support. You might say it's like a home run. Luther Crest.
Thank you so much for joining us for Tempo in Depth. I'm Laura McHugh. We'd like to welcome students from Freedom High School in our studio audience today for this special look at our region's stage stars. Looks like a few of them are trying to be stage stars this morning. When James Supra first picked up the harmonica more than 30 years ago, something magical happened. Since that time, he's been sharing the magic with people throughout the Lehigh Valley and beyond. Today, James Supra and the James Supra Blues Band lift the blues up to the sky with a high-energy, gutsy, innovative sound that draws crowds at festivals and clubs hungry for the magic of the man and his band. Last year, James and the band won 7 Lehigh Valley Music Awards. They're the kind of hidden treasures just ready for discovery by the world at large. Here's Tempo in Depth's Grover Silcox with more.
Someone once described an eternal optimist as a person who jumps off the Empire State Building and halfway down says, "So far, so good." That's how James Supra plays. Call it supra-optimistic. Call it the bright side of the blues, driving, upbeat, freewheeling, and fun.
We are high-energy blues. We take a lot of these old blues songs, like maybe from Muddy Waters or B.B. King or Buddy Guy, and we just put a nice little bit of a harder rock and roll edge on it. And it drives the people crazy.
Here's an old Muddy Waters song that Foghat made famous. It's called I Just Want to Make Love to You. Get out here on the dance floor, girls. Come on.
James played solo or as sideman to other performers for more than 25 years.
I learned how to play polka, jazz, blues, rock, countries, and that really honed my chops.
Those chops won him the Lehigh Valley Music Award for Best Harmonica Player in the Lehigh Valley 14 years in a row.
It's very humbling because it's my peers that vote for me.
4 years ago, James went from sideman to frontman, forming his own group, the James Supra Blues Band.
James, he really gives us a lot of freedom. We bring a little bit of jazz into the mix, blues, rock, funk.
Drummer Alan Wanamaker and James are best friends as well as fellow musicians.
I feel like he's really the biggest heart and soul of the band.
Thank you!
Dana Gaynor on guitar brings years of experience playing with some of the biggest names in rock. She also brings her songwriting talents to the group, including the cover song for their latest CD, Tip My Hat to the Maker, which won 2012 Album of the Year honors from the World of Harmonica, the largest harmonica site on the web.
Here's the title track to the new CD. It's called Tip My Hat to the Maker.
I wrote Philly Stroke and tip my hat to the maker for the band. During that process, I wanted to write songs strictly for James so that he could get that gravelly thing that he does with his voice.
Bass guitarist Sławek Zanyashenko, the newest member of the group, revels in James' style as well.
James is, you can write books about him. He's unpredictable in a way, and that's what makes it interesting.
Here's one for the new album called The Philly Stroke.
Energy. He doesn't just, stand there and sing. And with Dana and Sławek, there's a four-way energy.
They get the audience moving, jumping, dancing, and feeling good at clubs and festivals throughout the Lehigh Valley.
I'm a groupie for a lot of bands in the Valley. The James Super Band is my favorite. They keep the house rocking no matter where they play. Everybody dances. Everybody has a great time.
It's always a great time when you come out to see James Super. We have a lot of great talent here in the Lehigh Valley, and a lot of people don't realize that.
And yet the crowd at the Leather Corner Post in Orfield realizes it. This is one of the band's favorite clubs.
They know when they come to see us that they're going to walk away with a smile on their face.
James Super and the James Super Blues Band, a not-so-hidden treasure, brings you up by getting down with the blues and a valley that digs them and their music. For Tempo in Depth, I'm Grover Zilkatz reporting.
Thanks, Grover. I'm very excited to introduce our first guest. He's no stranger to the Lehigh Valley music scene. Singer, songwriter, and acoustic guitarist Billy Bauer has performed with the Billy Bauer Band since 2005. Billy, thanks so much for fitting us into your schedule. How did you start playing?
I picked up my guitar. Some kid, actually, it's weird. I never played guitar. And he goes, Billy, you need to buy a guitar. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This is probably like 12 years ago. And he just took me down to a music store locally, and I just bought a guitar, and I was like, all right, I don't know what to do with this. And then I just figured it out. I could just hear things.
And now you play professionally, but never expected to.
Yes. Yeah. Back in 2004, when my dad passed away of cancer, he left a note to all of us because he knew it was going to happen. And basically the last line in the letter to me said, keep playing guitar, Billy, you sound pretty good, something like that. And like within 6 months, I had a new CD and all these new songs that I never, had before. So, yeah, it's weird.
Well, it's really meaningful to hear a story like that.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you get what you get.
Describe your music for some people who maybe never heard it before.
It's like acoustic rock based. I have 3 other guys in the band. Chris, who plays electric violin, couldn't be here, and Cody and Drew on bass and drums, and sometimes we have electric guitar too, but it's kind of like acoustic rock based, Dave Matthews Band type sound to it.
I was going to say you often mix covers in with mostly original work?
Yeah, we play a little bit of everything. Mostly it is original, especially if we're doing like bigger shows like Music Fest. We'll make sure it's like all original stuff. But we'll play like Mumford & Sons, Dave Matthews Band, Incubus, stuff like that.
Where can we look for you coming up soon?
Music Fest in the fall. We'll be there, I think, for like our 5th year. Hopefully back on Radio 104.5 down in Philly and stuff like that. So.
Now you play all across the region, right?
Yeah, I just did a tour down in Nashville and like Western North Carolina. I'll play wherever, Do you
usually travel by yourself or with the band?
With Chris. It's usually Chris and I. You ever see American Pickers? It's kind of like that show. He's like my good friend on the road, so we keep each other occupied while we drive in the middle of nowhere.
Now, we're going to be talking a little bit more about Music Fest later in the show, but for someone who grew up probably going to Music Fest, what's it mean to you to take that stage year after year?
Oh, it's awesome. I used to go to Music Fest all the time and see like bands and stuff like that and be like, it'd be pretty cool to be on stage. Never thinking that I'd be a musician, and then it happened. So, yeah, it's always cool to go back and, well, we play most of our shows here locally, but it's definitely like our showcase of the year to the Valley, so we make sure we practice before that show.
And you always get a huge turnout at that show.
Yeah, as long as the weather's good, knock on wood. We've been blessed last year. We had really nice weather, and I think we had like almost 1,000 people or something like that, so yeah, it was good.
What will you play for us today?
So I Love. It's a new song off my solo album.
So I Love with Billy Bauer.
I don't know who I've become, bent and broken, all the above. I wanna scream, but no one would hear me. Lost in my mind over again, scars of the past, sure they're hidden. I don't know if I can fix me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So sit down, boy, so what have you done? Cat by the tail, and I can't run now. Spill your guts and tell me what you need. Well, I don't know where I've gone wrong, yeah, nothing seems real, but I can feel the pain in my head since my dad has been dead. So I love, so I love, so I love, so I love everything. 8 long years gone by and I miss his face every day, and wallet in place, the next best thing to fade. Well, I don't know if the future is told, but I won't sit around feeling sorry for myself as the snow falls down and covers up the pain. So I love, so I love, so I love, so I love everything. Sitting in this chair, the hours go by. Now I wanna be happy, I wanna be free sometimes. It's the time heals all wounds, they say, my friend. And I'm still waiting, and I'm still waiting, and I'm still waiting, and I'm still waiting. So I love, so I love, so I love, so I love everything. I miss you, my friend. I miss you, my friend.
Thank you so much, Billy. We'll talk more about Music Fest later in the show, but first we travel to a small Christian children's theater in Allentown. For the past 12 years, Players of the Stage has created classic show for kids and families. But this theater program teaches kids about much more than the mechanics of acting. They let us watch during a recent dress rehearsal.
In town, so well suited.
From the pages of Mark Twain's classic novel to the small stage in Allentown, Players of the Stage takes the audience to 19th century Missouri in the adventures of Tom Sawyer.
Who goes there? Tom Sawyer, the pirate, the Black Avenger, the Spanish Main. Name your names. Huck Finn, the Red-Handed.
And Joe Harper, the Terror of the Seas.
In one of two casts, 13-year-old Samuel Janey brings one of American literature's most classic and mischievous characters to life.
Well, he's kind of this energetic boy, always getting into mischief and always going on adventures.
Well, Tom Sawyer is a story about a little boy who just seems to always be able to get in trouble. And I don't really think he tries to be bad, he's just mischievous.
Accompanied by best friend Huckleberry Finn, Tom truly begins this adventure in a graveyard. Tom and Huck huddle in the shadows during a dramatic fight scene.
It's done more than that. 5 years ago, you drove me away from your father's kitchen one night when I come to ask for something to eat. You said I weren't there for no good. And when I swore I'd get even with you, even if it took 100 years, your father had me jailed as a vagrant. Did you think I'd forget? That Injun blood ain't in me for nothing. Now I've got you.
In the struggle, Tom and Huck witness Injun Joe murder Doc Robinson, then frame Muff Potter.
Tom and I, we oversee that, and we're wondering, should we tell, should we not tell? Because we know if we tell, then Injun Joe will probably come to get us and kill us as well. And if we don't tell, then the accused murderer, Muff Potter, will probably go to hang.
Tortured by this secret, Tom and Huck swear never to tell and set off afloat down the Mississippi River, where their adventures continue.
It's very character-driven versus action-driven. We have a lot of development in Tom trying to go from being this self-centered, mischievous boy to recognizing people have feelings and thinking about them a little bit more.
I didn't do it, friends. I didn't do it. Upon my word and honor, I never done it.
The Adventures of Tom Sawyer is the latest classic tackled by the Allentown-based children's theater troupe Players of the Stage. Founded in 2000, these players have performed Pride and Prejudice, A Christmas Carol, The Best Christmas Pageant Ever, The Miracle Worker, and more.
We do basically classical theater. Most theaters do, modern stuff, which is fine. But they forget all these gems, these beautiful literary gems of children's literature that they could just, enjoy, that kids probably haven't even read maybe.
They started 13 years ago with 16 kids. The recent production of Tom Sawyer cast 75 children and teenagers ages 5 to 18 and required 2 complete casts to accommodate them.
And it just gives them that poise and that self-confidence they need. One of the biggest things that people have trouble with is public speaking. It's one thing that people fear most, and these kids get up and memorize hundreds and hundreds of lines sometimes.
They also hope to teach students about the power of giving. Donations from each performance go to local charities, such as the Allentown Rescue Mission. Since 2005, their performances have raised more than $70,000, including $30,000 raised during the 2012-2013 season alone.
What a wonderful things for these kids to experience, because I always say to them, I couldn't take my checkbook and write out $30,000, but together we have taken this wonderful, theatrical experience and we've given that to the audience, and then we can give back to charity. And so it's been something that we just started doing one time and we never stopped.
They can add that to the many lessons they'll learn from Tom and his adventures.
It doesn't matter what oppresses you, do what is the right thing to do against all odds.
Even a child can stand up for what's right even when it's difficult, and I think that's really a good thing for these kids to come away with.
Players of the Stage, teaching kids the art of acting and so much more.
Aye, aye, Captain.
We're going to turn our attention back to music now. In fact, this year, Music Fest celebrates its 30th anniversary. Here to tell us more, Arts Quest President Jeff Parks. Jeff, thanks for being with us today.
My pleasure.
30 years. Does it feel like it's been that long?
Yes, in many ways it does. In some ways it went very fast.
Take us back to 1984. What did Music Fest look like and feel like at that time?
In 1984, Music Fest was 4 plazas plus the Central Moravian Church, and actually it was Foy Hall. It was much smaller footprint, and it was 9 days. And we were surprised, actually. We did it for 9 days, and we had about 180,000 people there. We had fewer performances, and most of the performers were from the Lehigh Valley. But we had a few from beyond, and we had a main stage, actually, in what was called the Community Arts Pavilion, which was a small pavilion built in 1977 that really wasn't used till we started Music Fest in 1984. Don McLean was our big show for the first year.
That was a big get at the time.
It was $3,000. It seemed like a fortune now to be paying Don McLean $3,000. Our whole budget for Music Fest in 1984 was $100,000. I sent a letter the week before the festival to our board saying, we budgeted for $100,000, we spent $300,000, pray for good weather.
Did you make back your money the first year?
We had great weather. It was the only year that it never rained during festival hours.
So $300,000 that first year. Compare that to 2013 or 2014 for us.
Well, for the past several years, Music Fest has been a $7.5 million budget. So it's significantly greater. A big chunk of that, of course, is our food and beverage sales, which help pay for the festival. We usually do about $3 million or so food and beverage sales, and thanks to our volunteers who serve our beverage products, we save a lot of labor. We couldn't do that without them.
We have to acknowledge when we talk about food and beverage, you're unveiling the mug. You've unveiled the mug for
Absolutely. This is our Music Fest 2013 mug, and this is the third logo in the history of the festival. So for our 30th anniversary, we have switched out into a new logo that has the Arts Quest orange and blue in it. There we go. And Music Fest is divided up into two words, and it's a much more fun logo. And also, for this year, we're showing both the historic north side and the south side with the blast furnaces and so on, and our cute little owl there that's really into music.
So the mugs, we all think of the mugs now when we think of Music Fest, but it was a lot of work to even be allowed to walk around with these mugs that first year.
We did. We did a lot of things for Music Fest that were kind of record-breaking or groundbreaking. In 1984, first of all, you couldn't get a 9-day permit to sell alcohol, so we changed the state law to do that. Secondly, you couldn't carry beer around a public street, so we changed the state law to do that. With the help of a gentleman named Frank Banco, who passed away 2 years ago, Banco Beverage, we got some special legislation passed so that we could do that. And I think, I don't know if you've ever seen a movie that's filmed in New York and you've walked away saying the stars were great, but the star of the movie was New York. I always think the star of Music Fest is Bethlehem, downtown Bethlehem. And just being able to walk around Main Street with no traffic and experience the historic buildings and the landscape and so on is really the joy of Music Fest.
We were talking before we started taping about what the community was like in 1984. What was going on in the community, and what did Music Fest bring that first year?
Well, it's kind of ancient history now, but back in 1984, we had a major industry, Bethlehem Steel, with a big plant here that was 20% of the city's limits. And Bethlehem Steel had done the unthinkable. In 1978, they laid off a whole lot of people. They admitted publicly that they were having difficult times. Everybody thought Bethlehem Steel would be here forever, and you could walk out of, I know we have a Freedom High School audience here today, but I graduated from Liberty High School, and you could walk out of the door of Liberty High School and go across the river and earn $25 an hour as a union laborer way back in the 60s. Nobody thought that industry would go away. 1982 or 1983, there was the second big Black Friday with more layoffs. So the community was really wondering what the future was going to be like, and nobody really expected that 11 years after we opened Music Fest, the plant would close, and within 17 years, Bethlehem Steel would be gone forever.
Jeff Parks from Arts Quest, thank you so much. I'm going to leave folks with your website so they can learn more about what's on tap for the 30th anniversary celebration.
Artsquest.org, ARTSQUEST.org.
That's right. And so, of course, as we mentioned, Arts Quest kicks off on August 2nd. And as Jeff mentioned, at fest.org, you can check out the full lineup of events and performances. We also want to tell you a little bit more about some of the other organizations and bands we saw on the show. So at playersofthestage.org, you can learn more about their upcoming performances, auditions, and the theater summer camp. Next, you can find show dates for Billy Bauer at billybowerband.com. And finally, stay up to date with James Supra's schedule at jamessuprabluesband.com. Now, Jeff, you have to help us. Before we say goodnight, we have a special drawing for members of our studio audience. Everybody needs to get their numbers out. The Sands Casino Casino Resort Bethlehem has donated a $50 gift certificate for Good at the Shops, Restaurants, and Events Center. Jeff, would you do the honor of picking a number for our excellent students in the audience today?
Got to see a great show with this. Okay.
Go ahead, you can read it out.
Number 80.
Wave your hand if you're in the audience. Number 80. Well, I'm sure we'll find you
There
somewhere.
it is.
Thank you. Thank you. And as Jeff said, see a great show with that. Well, that wraps up our show for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Good night.
The people of Air Products feel privileged to bring this programming to you. By supporting education and the arts, Air Products strives to improve the quality of life here in the Lehigh Valley, where we call home.
How'd you like to be part of a studio audience for a live taping of Tempo in Depth? Join us at the PBS 39 Public Media and Education Center on the Steel Stacks campus in Bethlehem. For free tickets and information, 610-867-4677 extension 333, or go online to tempo.wlvt.org. I hope to see you soon.
In 1948, John Walson put an antenna on top of a mountain and ran a cable back to his television store. Cable TV was born. Now, over 60 years later, his vision has changed the way we get our information, from super high-speed internet to stunning high-definition television. Service Electric is committed to leading the way in the community with the best coverage of local high school, college, and professional sports, and groundbreaking technology in this ever-changing world.